Steps in learning C. The fourth step is instructions. Instructions. A program is nothing but a set of instructions. There are three types of instructions. Types of instructions. One, type declaration instructions. Second, arithmetic instruction. Third, control instruction. This control instruction has several parts. Sequence control, instruction, second, decision control, instruction, case control, instruction, and loop control. Instruction. Class, there are three types of instructions: type declaration instructions, arithmetic instructions, control instructions. Control instructions divided into four major categories: sequence control instructions, decision control instructions such as if else will be studied here, case control instructions such as switch, loop control instruction such as for, while, do while. Instructions. A program is nothing but set of instructions. Types of instructions. There are three types of instructions: type declaration instructions, arithmetic instructions, and control instructions. So first we should know what is the type declaration instructions. This instruction is used to declare the types of variable used in C language. Type declaration instruction is used to declare the type of variables used in C language. In this, first we should know what is the variable declaration. Variable declaration. How variable is declared here? Here we should know how a variable is declared. Example, this is the major heading, this is the subheading. Example, int a semicolon, int b semicolon, int c semicolon, float I semicolon, float j semicolon, char data type char p semicolon, char s semicolon. Here is data type is int, a is a variable. A variable is declared like this. In variable declaration, you are not assigned a value. int a, int b, int c. Here three variables are declared. These three variables are integer type. Float I, float j. Here I and j variable and float is the data type. Here I and j variable is declared. Char p, char s. P and s are variable. Char is a data type. Here p and s is character variable and declared like this. In this declaration, in variable declaration, we not assign a value. This declaration can be written as follows. int a, int b, int c can be written in single line. int a, b, c semicolon. This I and j can be written in single line. That is float I, float j semicolon. And this char p and char p, s. You may choose either this declaration or this declaration. You have both options. You have both options. You have both options. So this is valid declaration. These are the also valid declaration. So either you may choose this or choose this. Variable initialization. Variable initialization. Also called variable definition. Variable initialization is also called variable definition. In variable definition, we declare the variable and also assign the value to that variable. Example, int a. int a. This is a declaration. This is variable declaration. When you assign constant to that variable, then it becomes variable initialization, also called variable definition. So int a equal to 10 is a variable initialization or variable definition. Okay. Char p equal to this. This is also variable initialization. Here data type is char, here data type is int. Some more example on variable initialization. int I equal to 10 comma j equal to 20. This is also variable initialization, valid variable initialization in single line, as you can declare variable declaration in single line. You can also initialize variable in single line. Okay, int I equal to j. This is the data type, this is the variable, this is the constant. Here is by default it is signed data type because signed is by default. So here signed is present. By default storage class is auto. Here two things are hidden. One is the auto storage class, automatic storage class, that is here is auto, and by default it is signed because data type is by default signed if nothing is mentioned here. So it is a auto signed int I equal to 10, and this is same as int j equal to 20 comma I equal to 10. This is same. int I equal to 10, j equal to 20. Here j equal to 20 is written first, I equal to 10 written last. So both are same. There is no difference. But it is right. It is right. But suppose float a equal to 10.0 comma b equal to a plus 20.0. This can be written as, suppose you want to write it float b equal to a plus 20.0 comma a equal to 10.0. This is wrong, not same, and this is wrong. Both are not same, and this is wrong. Wrong, because float b here, float a equal to 10.0 comma b equal to a plus 20.0. It is right because you declare variable and assign the value. You declare variable and assign the value. It is right. But in this case, you may see float b equal to a plus 20.0. You are using a here. You are using a here without pre-declaration. So this initialization will generate the error because you are using a before the declaration and you declared or initialize a after that. After this you initialize a, you declare a, but you are using a before its declaration. That's why it is wrong. In above scenario, it is not such case. So it is true. It is right declaration and initialization. This is wrong initialization. And this is true and this is true. Both are same. There is no problem. But here is both are not same. Some more example on variable initialization. Suppose int a comma b comma c comma d. There are 4 integer variables declared here and you assigning now value to these variables. This is right. A, B, C, D, 4 variables are declared first. Then you are assigning these 4 variables value 10. 10 is assigned to D, and D have value assigned to C, and C has value assigned to B, and C has value assigned to A. Means 10 is assigned to all A, B, C, D integer variables. So this declaration and initialization is true, but int equal to B equal to C equal to D equal to 10 is wrong. This one is wrong, because you declare A and you assign B value, you assign value at B to A, and B is not declared. This is not declaration of B. You just assign the value of B to A, and A is declared here. int A is declared, but B is not declared, and you are assigning the value of variable B to A, which is not possible. Compiler will generate error. First declare the B, C, D, because here B, C, D is not declared and you are using it. That's why this initialization is wrong, and this is not wrong. You have first declared all, then you are initializing. So this one is right and that one is wrong. Now arithmetic instructions. Second point is arithmetic. Arithmetic instructions. This instructions is used to perform the arithmetic operation on constants and variables. This operation is used to perform the arithmetic operation on constants and variables in C language. In arithmetic instructions, a variable is left side of assignment symbol. In arithmetic instruction, a variable is left side of assignment symbol, and some variables and constants are right hand side, and these variables and constants are connected by means of operators. Again class, in this instruction, a variable is left side of assignment symbol, and some variables and constants are right hand side, and these variables and constants are combined by means of operators. For example, a equal to B into 10 plus C divided by 2. Suppose this is valid arithmetic instruction. In this instruction, a single variable is left side of this assignment symbol, and some variables and constants are right hand side, and these variables and constants are connected by means of operators. So here B is a variable, C is a variable, 10 is a constant, 2 is a constant, and these variables and constants are connected by means of these operators: multiplication, plus, and division. This is the valid, and this is not valid. This is not valid, this is valid, because there is two variable before the assignment symbol. There is two variable before the assignment symbol. So A into B equal to this is wrong, because of there is two variable before the assignment symbol, and this is valid. Arithmetic instructions can be performed on integer, float and char. So example of you always see 10 plus 20 divided by 2. You have always see this type of arithmetic instructions, and you also see this type of instructions where in this all constants are integer, in this all constants are real. But C arithmetic instructions can also be performed on char constant, character value. For example, this one is true. These are true. int z char x comma y. int z char x comma y. And x has value this, and y has value this. Here class, x and y is character variable, so x and y can only hold character constant. So x has a character, y has b character. So z equal to operation equal z equal to z is a integer type. Z equal to x plus y. Printf z. Printf %d z. This is true. This program is true. This code is true. Z is an integer variable, x and y is a character variable. X has character constant a, y has character constant b, and x and y is added here, and result is assigned to z, and z is printed here. So class, here x has value a, this is the character constant, and its ASCII value is assigned to x, that is 65. 65 assigned to x because x can hold this ASCII value, binary equivalent of this ASCII value. Y has 66 value, and 65 plus 66 is added, and result is assigned to z, and printf print this z, %d print this z. So result is the output will be, so output will be 131. B can perform arithmetic instructions not only integer constant, real constant, but also on character constant. In arithmetic instructions, in arithmetic operations, variables and constants are also called operand. In terms of arithmetic instruction in C, variable and constants are called operand. Means, suppose A equal to B multiply by 10 divide by C subtract minus 2. In this class, B and C are variable, 10 and 2 are constant, So these constants and variables are called operand. This is operand, this is also operand, this is also operand, this is also operand, and this is operator, this is operator, and this is operator. So in terms of arithmetic operation, variables and constants are called operands, and remaining is operator, that is this operator. So this is constant, this variable is called operand, this constant is called operand, this variable is called operand, this constant is called operand, and this is operator, this is operator, and this is operator. In C instruction, in C arithmetic instructions, we cannot assume anything, any operator, such as, suppose you are writing y equal to a b c or y equal to a dot b dot c. So you may think in normal mathematics both are correct. You assume there is a multiplication, there is a multiplication. In normal mathematics these are true, because you pre-assume there is a multiplication, there is a multiplication. Here there is this symbol is multiplication and this symbol is multiplication, but both are incorrect in C language. In C language there is no pre-assumptions. For example, this both are incorrect. You have to write correct way, a into b. This is the symbol of multiplication in C language. So you have to mention explicitly a into b into c. This one is correct. You cannot pre-assume there is a multiplication. In C language you have to express, you have to write the particular operator. So no pre-assumptions is present here. In C language there are 45 types of operator, but none for exponential operator. In C language there are 45 types of operator, but none for exponential. So if you attempt to try a power operator b, this is wrong in C language, but normal mathematics it is working. You cannot also write this. This is not a to the power b. This is not a to the power b. If you make a to the power b, if you make a to the power b, then you have to multiply a b times. A into a into a into a dot 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 b times. One option is this, and second option is you can use pow function, that is pow a comma b. When you are using pow function, then pow function convert a to the power b, perform the a to the power b. So this is valid and this is valid, but these are not valid a to the power b operation. Types of operator on the base of number of operands. Unary operator. We already told you constants and variables in terms of arithmetic operation are called operand. Unary operator. These are the operators who work with single operand. These are operators who work with single operand. Example minus a plus 10 plus I plus I plus not a. This is logical not operator. Logical not operator. Not a. I plus I plus 10 minus a. So class, here we can see this. All these operators are this one, and this one. All these operators are unary operators because these operators work with single operand. Here you can see minus a. This is single operand. This is single operand. Single operand. Single operand. Single operand. etc. There are some other operators. This is the examples. Now binary operators. Binary operators. Binary operators are those operators who work with two operand. Example, a plus b. So this plus is a binary operator. This plus is not unary. This is a binary plus. A minus b, a into b, j divide k, a double equal to 10, a is greater than 7.5. These operators are all these operators are binary operators because these operators work with two operand. Now ternary operator. Ternary operator. Ternary operators. Ternary operators are those operators who work with three operand. Example, this. This is ternary operator. This is a single operator. These two character makes a single operator, that is ternary operator. Example, a, this, this operator work with three operand. A, B, C are three operand, and this operator, this is single operator and this is ternary operator, and this operator work with three operands. So this operator is called ternary operator. We will see some more examples and problems on ternary operator later on. Types of operators on the basis of, now we are going to change the base, so classification will be different. The types of operator on the base of their nature of work. Their nature of work. Example, first one is a arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operators. Example, plus, minus multiplication, division, modulus, greater than, less, this is a relational. These are the arithmetic operation. A plus B, 7 minus 3. This is example for this. This is example for this. So all these operators are arithmetic operators. These operator performs arithmetic operation. So their work of nature is arithmetic operation. Multiplication, division, modulus, addition, subtraction. These are the examples of arithmetic operation. And these operators are arithmetic operators. Plus plus, minus minus, this is also arithmetic operator. Pre-increment, post-increment, pre-decrement, post-decrement, means increment and decrement operators are also called arithmetic operators. For example, pre-increment. Pre-increment operator. Pre-increment operator, example is plus plus, and we can write it A plus plus A equal to A plus 1. Plus plus A equal to A plus 1. This can be written as A plus equal to 1. So this one and this one, all three variants are same. Either you can choose plus plus A, or you can choose A equal to A plus 1, or you can choose A plus equal to 1. All three variants are, all three types are same things, represent the same things. This is the pre-increment operator class, pre-increment operator. In pre-increment operation, value is incremented before the statement end. For example, in pre-increment operator, value is incremented before the statement end, and statement end is shown by the semicolon. How statement is terminated? By the semicolon. A C language is nothing but set of statements, and statements are terminated by semicolon. Pre-increment operator is example of arithmetic operator, which previously have described. Pre-increment operator, in pre-increment operation, value is incremented before the statement end, means before the semicolon. Example int a equal to 1, a plus plus, int a equal to 1 plus plus a printf %d a. Class, here you can see int a equal to 1, it is data type, it is variable, it is constant, and a have value 1. You perform the increment operation before a with a plus plus a. So this a is incremented to 2. This a is incremented to 2 before this statement, before semicolon, because this is the statement. Whole line is a statement. This is a statement, this is a statement, this is a statement. A program is nothing but set of statements, and statements are terminated by semicolon. So this line is a statement, this line is a statement, and this line is a statement. Here is terminated by semicolon, here is terminated by semicolon, here is terminated by semicolon. So all three lines are statement. Statements always terminated by semicolon. So a have value 1, pre-increment operation is performed with a, so plus plus a becomes from 1 to 2. When you print %da, result will be 2. Here result will be 2. Suppose class we are going to some change here. We are going to change in the code plus plus a. Here class result is also 2 because statement is here, and before printf close, plus plus a will be incremented. A will be incremented before this statement, this semicolon. So before closing printf, plus a will be incremented. So a have value 1, it is incremented to 2, then printf print it, then printf close, because semicolon is here. So result will be 2. Now post increment class, now post increment operation. In post increment there is symbol plus plus. It is a post increment operator. It can be written as a plus plus. This can be also written as a equal to a plus 1. This can be also written as a plus equal to 1. You may choose any of variance. You may choose any of variance. So a plus plus, a equal to a plus 1, and a plus equal to 1. Class, in pre-increment these two things are same. In post increment and pre-increment these two things are same. So by seeing this and this variance, you cannot differentiate between pre-increment operation and post increment operation. So when you have to differentiate between pre-increment and post increment, then you have to follow this variance. Otherwise this is same as this is same as this. Examples, some examples. Post increment is also fall under arithmetic operation. First category, that is arithmetic operation. Here example, int I equal to 10 class, and you are going to printf %d a, sorry, printf %d I. int I equal to 10, printf %d I. Here you apply the post increment operation, I plus plus. It is a post increment operation. So %d print this. In post increment, value is incremented after the statement end, means after the semicolon. So here int I equal to 10, printf %d print this I plus plus, and result will be 10. Here result will be 10, not 11, because semicolon is here, statement is terminated here. So I plus plus operation will be performed after the printf statement. So printf will print only 10, and after printf this I plus plus becomes 11. When you apply printf after this printf, and you use I, you print I. Now this value is 11. Now result is 11 here, because I have value 10, I has value 10, printf %d print this I plus plus and result will be 10. After this statement, statement is printf is a type of printf is a statement, printf is a function, but it is also a statement, because statement is terminated by semicolon. So class, here is I is value 10, so I is printed. In this printf I becomes 11, because I plus plus operation is performed after this statement, and after this there is available another printf. So for this printf, I's value incremented from 10 to 11. So %d print this I and result will be 11. And result will be 11. Suppose class, some more example. I plus plus semicolon printf %d and you print I. Class, here you can see int I equal to 10, I plus plus semicolon. There is 3 statement. This is a statement, this is a statement, this is a statement. So I have 10 value. Here I plus plus is written. So I plus plus is not performed before semicolon. Plus will be performed, because in post increment value is incremented, value of variable is incremented after the semicolon or after the statement. So after this semicolon, value becomes 10 to 11. So for this printf, I have 11 value. So result will be 11. So result will be 11. Same as pre-decrement. Like the post increment, like the pre-increment, there are pre-decrement and post-decrement. Pre-decrement will be pre-decrement operators. This is a pre-decrement, and you can write a minus a equal to, this can be written as a equal to a minus 1. This can be written as a equal to a minus equal to 1. This can be written as same, and operation will be performed same like post increment and pre-increment. In pre-decrement, value of variable is decremented before the statement end. In post decrement, value of variable is decremented after the statement end. So all these are the examples of arithmetic operators. Now second category is under this base of classification. Second category is logical operator. Logical operators. First one is a arithmetic operators. Second one is a logical operators. There are 3 operators, logical operators, that is the AND operation, OR operation, and NOT operation. So this is operator, this is logical AND, this is logical OR, and this is logical NOT. So there are 3 operators under this category. The logical operators, there are logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT. How it is performed? Example, suppose A is operand, B is operand, A and A are B. A are B. ये है लॉजिकल नॉट ए, लॉजिकल नॉट बी, ए एंड बी, ए आर बी. here is 0, here is also 0, here is a 0, here is a non-zero, here is a non-zero, here is a 0, here is a non-zero, here is also non-zero. Class, this is A, operand is A and operation is not, logical not. So, not A means just reverse of 0. Reverse of 0 is, complement of 0 is non-zero. The result will be non-zero. And for B, this is a B and B is here, apply the logical not, so 0 becomes non-zero. Non-zero. A and B, this is logical and, in logical and, when both value is non-zero, then it will be non-zero. Otherwise, value will be the 0. So this is 0, this is 0. Logical and operation becomes 0. Logical OR, in logical OR, if a operand has non-zero, if any operand has non-zero, then it makes the result non-zero. But here you can see 0, 0. So put value 0 and 0. The logical OR make it 0. For this case, 0 है non-zero, non-zero है 0 and 0 and non-zero, logical and make it 0 and this is non-zero. Non-zero 0, this becomes the 0, this becomes the non-zero and this is the 0 and this is the non-zero. Non-zero, non-zero, here complement is 0, negation is 0, 0, here is non-zero and here is a non-zero. Class, how logical AND, logical OR and logical NOT operator are performed. Logical NOT make its complement. If it is 0, it make it non-zero. Logical NOT is performed like this. In logical AND, both operand should have non-zero. Then it will give the non-zero result. Otherwise, in all case, it give the 0 result. For case of OR operator, logical OR operator, for case of logical OR operator, logical OR operators gives the result non-zero when any one of operand is non-zero. Third one is a relational operators. Third one is a relational operators. Examples: greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to. These are the relational operators. Examples of relational operators: suppose A is greater than B, 10 is less than 20. Here 7 equal to A, this is not equal to, 10 is not equal to 20, and A is greater than or equal to B. So all these operators are relational operators. Relational operators tell what is the relation between two operands. operands is greater than or less than or equal to or not equal to or greater than or equal to, like this. Size of operator, fourth one is a size of operator. Size of operator. Size of operator gives the size of data type. Size of operator gives the size of data type. For example, int x comma y, and you perform y equal to size of x, and now you are going to print y, printf %d y. So class, here you can see x and y is two integer variable and y have value of this, y have value this result is assigned to y. So size of x is an integer type, so size of x will be 2 is assigned, result is 2 is assigned to y, printf %dy, result will be 2. This is the size of operator.